Okay, we're going to take a look at these really cool books that I just recently got. They're called My First Science Textbook, and there are 3 different volumes. There's protons and neutrons, electrons, and atoms. And as you can see, they're all written by the same group of people. But really what it's all about is it's designed for kids. I say probably if they're kind of versed in this at all, maybe 4. It's for little scientists in training, 4 and up. But it could be younger even. As you can see, this is broken down to be pretty simple. MP the proton, talks a little bit about, their charging and stuff like that. So it's funny, it's tongue in cheek. As you can see, in different scientific phrases are kind of, are put in different colors to be able to kind of highlight them. Obviously this is going to require some basic element, a knowledge of elements and science and things of that nature, but, carbon, oxygen, and the way that they have it is, they're all bunched in there as compared to the typical little, circle, arrow out, everything. It's a different approach. It's obviously clearly designed for little kids, Ned the Neutron, but it's cool. It's, it talks about states of matter and things of that nature. And then same ones with electrons. A lot of times, we buy a ton of books for our kids, and we find that the ones that they like a lot of times have are the ones that actually are pretty good learning experiences. And I would say this is, I'm attracted to the proton one was 2,000 times smaller than it. So it starts to put things in perspective. It gives you a way, more electrons could fit on this dot than there are people on the planet. Stuff like that. So it's, and then obviously you're going to get to some stuff, like the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. That's probably a little advanced for a 4 or 5-year-old, but you can skip that stuff. But there's definitely when it's cold, dry, and winter, electrons build up when you walk. They are making static electricity, stuff of that nature. Then finally atoms, which I guess technically should be the first one. Atoms build everything you see. If you want to make an atom, you talk about protons and neutrons, which are the other 2 volumes. And they talk about different kinds of bonds. Again, some of this stuff is a little more advanced than others, but it explains, kind of what things are on a periodic table. It explains, you live in the universe and the universe lives in you. Stuff like that. It's, those are obviously hard concepts to explain to little kids, but they're important. So, you contain galaxies of atoms, everything. Atoms compose everything. So, it's not for everybody, but for kids that have shown a proclivity towards science, or anybody that is, really big on STEM education and things like that, this is something that your kid will at some point get it. They'll at some point be into it. And I think it's definitely worth taking a look at. So again, they're called My First Science Textbooks. And the 3 that we have here are protons and neutrons, electrons and atoms. And that's, let me get you the publishing information. And of course, it's not right in front of me. Well, but anyhow, it's all in there. And the link is going to be in the description if you want to take a look at it. Definitely worth your time. Highly recommended.